Good morning, students. Today I'm going to teach you medical applications of laser. Okay, so the first topic for this is laser tissue interaction. So how the laser it is interacting with the human tissue. Okay, so here are the four process of laser tissue interactions. First is the laser. If the laser is exposed into the human body or the tissue, what will happen? Sometimes it will have a direct reflection. Reflection means at once it falls on the tissue, it will be whatever it falls, it will be directly reflected back. Okay, back to the laser source direction. Okay, so nothing will happen at this point because whatever comes in, it will be directly reflected. Okay, so second is scattering. So scattering means when the laser light falls on the skin, because of the molecules inside the skin and particles, fiber, cell organelles, cells, everything, because of the small particles inside the tissue, it will be scattered to every direction. Okay, sometimes scattering also happens. Sometimes absorption will be happening, absorption by the tissue. So in that time, photochemistry, chemical reaction can be happening. That means if the laser light, it is interacting with the tissue and it is forming some chemical reaction. Okay, so that is the absorption. Sometimes direct transmission. That means if you see the X-rays and all, what will happen? It will be directly penetrating into this tissue and it will be traveling inside through the tissue. So during this time, what will happen? Some of the some of the effects are there. Some primary, secondary, and tertiary configuration of interactions will be happening. Okay, so that means the levels. So these are the levels. Sometimes the severity will be low, medium, and high. Okay, and some alteration of the membrane, tissue membranes will be happening. Membrane of the tissues can be altered, and then sometimes denaturation. Denaturation means during the transmission time, it may remove the protein content of the tissue. Okay, so the proteins can be removed sometimes, and dehydration, so that means the water content of the tissue will be evaporated, and sometimes carbonization of molecules will also be happening. Carbonization means just like because of heating, it will be like it will become carbonated. Okay, so all these things will be happening, and sometimes breaking of tissue will be happening. So once the laser falls inside the tissue, so the tissue continuity will be broken down. Okay, and again some of the effects like ablation, cutting, and drilling. Ablation means actually removal of the tissue. Okay, so if it is a laser is allowed to fall, so some of the portion may be removed or it become dead. Okay, and cutting, so laser cutting, so some it will be actually very much useful in cancer cell removal, and also cutting will be possible, and drilling also sometimes possible. So these are the effects during the direct transmission. That means when the laser light transmit through the tissue, these are the effects that will happen. So these are the interaction between laser and tissues. Okay, so next is photochemical reaction. So the third process I have explained is absorption by the laser tissue. So as I said, during absorption, what will happen? It will react. The laser will react with the inside particles or molecules. What will happen? Some chemical bond will be happening. So the occur. That means the laser light will eliminate or will excite the atoms or electrons inside the molecules of our tissue. So once it is excited, it will be moved to the excited state, and during that time, it will form chemical bond with the another molecules. Okay, so because of that, photochemical reactions happen. Okay, sometimes when we keep on doing like this, when we keep on exciting the electrons like this, what will happen? The electrons start to collide with other molecules. So all the electrons will start to collide with another molecules, collide with one another. What will happen because of this collision? Because of this collision, some vibrations will be happening. So that vibration will make the temperature to increase. Temperature means the thermalization will happen. Okay, the temperature of that molecule will be increased. Because of the rise in temperature, thermalization occurs. Okay, so this is the collision and thermalization. What is collision? When the atoms are excited, every atoms collides with each other. So because of that collision, so the temperature rises. That is called the thermalization. Okay, now let's see various types of interactions. Okay, so here there are 5 types of interactions. Interaction means when the laser it is interacting with the tissue, what will happen? So 5 types of interactions will occur. So first is photochemical interaction, that we know when the photo means light, laser light falls on the tissue, some chemical reaction occurs. What I said, it will fall on the molecule and it will excite the electrons from lower level to higher level. So because of that, some chemical bonding will happen. Okay, so that is the photochemical interaction. So this type of interaction is useful in oncology. Oncology means study of cancer. Cancer. Okay, so here photochemical process is used in treating the cancer tumors or removing the cancer tumors. In what way? Photochemical process in oncology, they will use a photosensitizing drug. That means it is a drug or medicine called photosensitizing drug. That means when the drug is injected into the patient's body, and at the same time when the drug is illuminated by laser source, at once it gets illuminated, it will become a reactive oxygen species. Okay, that means it starts reacting. It starts reacting with the cancer and it will destroy or remove the cancer tumor. Okay, so that is the process used in photochemical. Photosensitizing drug is it follows the principle of photochemical interaction. Okay, so that second type is photothermal. In the name itself, it is there. Some thermal reaction will happen. So when the light or photon falls on the tissue, what will happen? The molecules, the electrons in the molecules will get energized, and it will be energized to the higher level, and it will start colliding with each other. So because of the collision, heat will be increased. So this this type of interaction is very much useful in cutting and welding. Cutting and welding, that is used in laser surgery. Okay, so cutting and welding for laser surgery, photothermal, because temperature is increasing, because of that cutting and welding is possible. Okay, and the third is photoablation. As I already said, ablation means removal of tissue. Okay, so photoablation means because of the laser, some tissue removal is possible. How it is possible? When laser falls on the tissue, what will happen? The molecules, the electrons inside the molecules will energized. Because of that, it will move from the bonding orbit to the non-bonding orbit. Understood? Bonding. So initially it was in complete bonding, and when the laser light is illuminated, it will be energized to the non-bonding level. So because of this non-bonding level, what will happen? It cannot be withstanding. So it cannot be stable, or it cannot be connecting with the other tissues. Because of that, it will be ejected out from the tissue surface. Okay, understood? So since it is because it reached the non-bonding orbit, it cannot hold. Okay, so it cannot hold with the other tissues. Because of that, it will be ejected. So that photoablation, the tissue is removed. Okay, so this interaction is applicable in eye surgery. Okay, okay, fine. Next is plasma-induced photoablation. It is very similar to photoablation. That means the removal of tissue only, but here plasma-induced. So the word here is the light energy. It is actually highly energized laser beam are applied. So this highly energized laser beam are introduced by the help of the powerful or intense electric field. So, okay, so when the light is allowed to fall through the intense electric field, it will become highly energized. So when highly energized laser light falls on the tissue or any skin or anything, what will happen? The ejection of tissue is also ejection of tissue will happen. In addition to this, some processes like coagulation, so everything will be happen. Okay, some evaporation or coagulation will happen. Coagulation means actually it is the next level, because the photoablation is done with very power. Okay, so this type is very much useful in secondary cataract removal. That means know what is cataract. It is also an eye related surgery only. So secondary cataract removal, in secondary cataract removal, plasma induced photoablation method is followed. Okay, next the fifth one is photo disruption. The name itself, it is that disruption. Okay, so that means something is going to be bursted. Okay, so this technique here, what will happen? Some mechanical effect will be occurring. That means when the laser falls on anything, what will it will actually distract the part. Okay, so this disruption mechanism, it is applied in lithotropsy. You know what is lithotropsy? It is removal or breaking of kidney stones or gallstones. Okay, so for breaking and all, photo disruption. So here mechanically the kidney stones or gallstones are made to destroy or made to break. Okay. Next is selecting an interaction mechanism. So these are the interactions, types of interactions. Based upon our requirement and application, we will be selecting any one of it. So this selection process should be based on these four aspects. Okay, so sometimes the interaction mechanism will be selected based upon the type of the molecule. Okay, so if the molecule, if for example, if stone is removed, so that is one, for that we use one type of laser. For if for example, if in photoablation eyelid surgery, the tissue is ejected, another type, so that tissue is having some other type of molecule. So based upon the type of molecule, the laser mechanism will be happening. Okay, and next is frequency of the laser. Frequency or wavelength of the laser. The interaction mechanism depends upon the frequency. Okay, so based upon various frequencies, the how much intense, how much photochemical or photothermal, in different interaction mechanism it is applied. Okay, and then again the power, based upon the power, as I said, plasma induced photoablation, high power is required. So for that we use high power laser. So based upon the power also, the interaction mechanism varies. And next, finally, the duration. Okay, so that means how long the laser is illuminated over that particular area. So based upon that also, the mechanism varies. Okay.